got nothing but jewels for you.
Yeah.
It'd be different if I got just 30 years and I'm one of the corny ones. I got 30 years and I can show you how to do it. Or at least I can put you in the right direction. So she's one of those people that I don't mind talking to all day, every day, because she takes the jewels and she applies the jewels. All right. I understand back in the living room, we got our next guest back there. So I want to bring her here and explain what it is that she does, what the organization does, because we're all about motivating things. Like I said, we're in a town. We're in a time where people can lay down. People can throw the sticks down. People can throw the white flag up. People can surrender, say, and think about it. Some people do it just because they can. You know, ain't nobody going to blame you because it's COVID and it's a pandemic. But this woman said, hell no. She just got some foot surgery or something done and still said, hell yeah, I'll limp my ass to the computer and do that interview. Ladies, YCOP, one of my money earning Mount Vernon comrades.
Yes. Hello.
Hi guys.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
Well, I got my stitches out so I can walk, and so of course, you know, I'm driving everywhere. Spent about $300 in a half an hour because I couldn't spend money for 2 weeks. So I'm back.
And you know you love to spend some money.
Child, please. If it ain't a shoe there, I ain't met a shoe I don't like.
Well, I know that's right. Good, but I always have this argument with women. They see I got 200 watches. They go, you got 200 watches? What you need 200 watches for? I said, how many shoes you got? And
I do not even put myself out there because, as you know, my friend had to move me one time, and after a while, he's like, "Yo, this is ridiculous. Yeah, stop the shoe parade, please."
Well,
please,
thank you for jumping on the show. This is all about motivating and motivated people. This is my co-host, my good friend Amir. Amir, this is Donna.
Hi, Amir.
Donna, hello.
So let's jump right in, Donna. First and foremost, you have this foundation, this organization called YCOP. The letter Y .C.O.P. What is that exactly? What does that stand for?
Well, YCOP was started quite a few years ago. The new rendition of YCOP started in 2012. It was begun by Alan Ayers, who was a retired detective, and he, you know, that's where the YCOP came from.
Yes.
And just a second while I choke my child. Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, take your time.
Turn that on, please.
Look,
Thank
it's COVID.
Anyway, it's your buddy. I'm sorry, Talent. But anyway, so YCOP was started back in the day. I'm not exactly sure, about 2008, 2009. But the new renovation of YCOP was started in 2012 when Alan Ayers came out of retirement, and he asked my boss, my executive director, Henry Wilson, to restart the program. And Henry Wilson started the program. He made it before it was a drop-in center, basically. It was to give kids something to do. So they were playing basketball, they were playing games, blah, blah, blah. Then when Mr. Wilson reinvented the program, he brought it back as an after-school, out-of-school, in-school basketball program. We do a girls empowerment group. We do a wonderful summer camp, and we have a lot of things going on. We have a CIT program, and we're all non-for-profit. And what we do is we provide outlets for kids in Mount Vernon. Some kids, a lot of single-parent families, kids that need us, kids that need us, kids that need mentors, kids that need direction, and also for the parents. We supply a safe haven for their children.
Now let's not neglect to leave out the part that, and Amir, you know this as being a New York City kid as well. We had the luxury and the privilege of growing up in our day as a kid, where you had all these programs that were going on. So we had the PAL, we had what we call the Mount Vernon Rec. You know, we had Rec. So Rec was like when we got to that adolescent age where we got little busybody hands or whatever. You could go 7 to 9 at night to any school and pick up a ball and get all that out, and then at 9 o'clock take your ass home, take a bath, go to bed. It's time to go to bed. But all of these programs have been defunded. It's funny how
they fall by the wayside.
Exactly, everybody's fighting to not defund the police. How about y'all defunded the kids?
It's amazing with all of the children that we have here, and people think, oh well, why do you talk up the boys' club, or why do you work with these guys? Because this is no competition, and there are ample children in need for all of us. There's room for all of us and more. There's room for all of us and more. And so we work directly with the Boys and Girls Club. We work directly. Mel Campos is one of our biggest allies and supporters. And we try to get to each and every kid because, and I don't want to keep saying kids, because we deal at YCOP, we deal with the family as a whole.
Yeah.
Because the mom that's having trouble with her kid, we go to the school.
Okay.
We're not just waiting for the kids to come to us. We go to the school. We're advocates for parents who don't necessarily know how to navigate the system. You have parents that even some parents whose maybe their immigration status isn't the strongest. So we advocate for them. We're there for the whole family. We're there to provide a safe place for the kids, but also to give you information that can be helpful to you in your daily life.
And go ahead, Amir.
I was going to say, just thinking out loud, a ballpark figure of how many families your program is helping, like just around about.
I'd say in a year we help at least 500 families. Again, now this is the new time. This is new time. Our summer camp in 2019, we had over 150 kids. This year, due to COVID, we were only able to help 20. We had between 20 and 25 kids because, again, you have to do this safe distancing. We couldn't do it in our regular spots. So we had to be outside in the parking lot. Thank you, Pastor Branch, for allowing us to have the space. So we're still there. We're scaled back due to COVID, but we're still there.
But that was my question going to be, why not just not do it?
Because I got Henry Wilson as my boss. And I don't want to get all googly here, but we all got sick. I mean, when I tell you, when we got sick, I don't know what was going on in March, but there wasn't any of that, oh, gee, I don't have any symptoms, I'm fine. We were down and out.
Right.
Myself, Henry, some of our other people, we got sick, but we still had other members who were still, that were well. So we got to feed the kids. So we did a grab and go.
Okay.
Because especially the kids whose only good meals were coming from school and coming from YCOP. Because in our after school program, our kids get a meal. Great, turkey with gravy and fresh mashed potatoes and string beans. This is what we were supplying. And then here, all of this is gone. And if you remember the beginning of the COVID pandemic, nobody was getting that money from unemployment. Nobody was getting anything. They couldn't go to work. Everything was shut down. And you're having parents struggling to feed kids that are home all day and don't have anything to do but eat. So we worked with First United Methodist Church, our home base, and they were giving out food, and we gave out hot meals. And then summer camp came, time for summer camp.
Right.
And nobody is doing anything. I believe, and you can't quote me on this, but I believe Boys and Girls Club, Boys and Girls Club and YCOP were the only two people that had a summer program going on. And I was leery But Henry said, we're going to figure out a way to do this. And that's what we did. We figured out a way to do it. And it sounded crazy. I said, okay, we're going to get some tents and we're going to set it up outside and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But we did it. Okay. And it was glorious. Yes. Because our parents were ecstatic. Our kids had a blast. We had great partners. Dan Bernstein from Backyard Sports. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Everything he did, he sent counselors. We played this game called Gaga Ball. We did soccer. He supplied everything for that. So we had really good partners come in, and we had people from Merrill Lynch. They donated an outside basketball hoop, you know, the kinds that can roll around. And we were able to, we had physical exercise. We had a young lady come in and do yoga with the kids. We had a teenager, a high school student come in, and she did music with the kids. And again, we did it, but we social distanced. The kids had to wear their masks. And, you know, luckily we got through it with no COVID. And I tell you, after that and watching kids, if you have anybody telling you that these kids are okay in school, there was a meme going out about a kid came home, the mom says, you know, that's not your mask. Where's your mask? And he said, I traded mine with Johnny. The kids do that. The kids do that. They get their juice, and you know you're watching them, but they're sharing stuff. And I don't want, I don't like that. Here, you want it? So it's difficult, but we did it. We did it. We found a way.
Round of applause for you and all that you do.
It took a lot of work. I'm telling you, it took a lot of work.
I know it is. I see you do it, and I know it to be true. Shout out to not only Miss Donna Brown, but to Henry, to our Officer Ayers, one of our staples in the community from when I was a little boy. Like, you just respect this man to me. You hear me? This is he step up or shape out, in other words.
That's the truth.
Somebody sent me some clothing line, a hoodie, Donna. There's a rose right here, and on the back it said, "Give me my flowers while I'm here."
Yes.
And sitting on my couch at one of my little breaks today, the epiphany came over to me and was like, Donna, YCOP. And that's why I wanted to reach out to you and get this word.
We're so excited. And we just came from, well, first off, let me say, I want to thank everyone that helped us with our toy drive. That's another thing that we do it every year. You know, we have the Santa Claus. We usually have two. We've got a DJ, and we're inside the gym and we're giving out toys. This year we had to do it differently. We did it outside. It was a grab and go. The kids came up, they got a bag full of toys. The parents came up, they got a box of food, and they had to split. But the kids were so happy to see one another, because you got to remember, these kids are stuck inside.
Yeah.
And that was why we had to do it, because they've gone without so much. We're asking a lot of these kids.
Yeah,
we're asking a lot of these kids, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, you know, what about feeding them? So, you know, why are you worrying about toys? Because God dang it, those kids deserve some joy.
And they're still kids, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And on behalf of all the Westers, all the Mount Vernon, thank you so much, Donna. I appreciate everything you do, and let you know that people are always watching, and we respect you. YCOP,
thank you.
YCOP 4 square for life, baby. Thank you, Donna Brown.
All right, love you, T. Bye, Amir. Take care.
That's dope right there. You know what I mean? And you know what's funny, Amir? They do something. One of their fundraisers, the biggest fundraiser, yearly they do a big gala. You know what I mean? And in the big gala, they honor people and award people. So it was nice that I got the epiphany today. Like, you know what? Call and give the person who give accolades some accolades.